So at Ready Readers, we bring the life-changing power of literacy to kids in low-income communities. We do that through books, through relationships with volunteers who do read-aloud story times. Ready Readers visits more than 200 sites every week in more than 600 classrooms.
The children, they're excited when we tell them it's time for story time. They jump up and down, scream and holler their name, Mr. Ed, Mr. Ed, Miss Virginia, Miss Virginia. And they run, they go get their carpet squares, they sit down, and they are ready for story time.
Children learn through experience. And when we go back week after week after week, children are learning that they can rely on us. They can trust us to come to make reading time fun, to make it something that's going to make them laugh. It's going to make them sing. It might make them yell out for some reason, but that they're going to have fun in that 30 minutes.
Because that's the most important thing. If you learn something along the way, good. If you develop a skill, good. But I want you to enjoy what we're doing today and have a great attitude about it for the rest of your life.
Everybody likes stories. Even grown-ups like stories. The TV shows that engage us the most usually have a really strong storyline or strong character, something we identify with. So when it comes to engaging preschoolers, of course they love stories.
Even in the infancy stage, we introduce books. Ready Readers give us the little books for infants. And you will be able to see the development, especially with a child who, with their favorite book, they can just say the words verbatim.
The kids that we serve tend to come from low-income communities. And we know that children in the lower socioeconomic levels have much more limited language available to them. So one of the things that our volunteers do is they talk a lot about vocabulary. They talk a lot about emotions, about feelings.
That early childhood is where people really understand and learn how to interact with the world. They understand and learn whether if I need something, somebody will provide it for me, or if I need to act out to have something provided for me.
If we can equip our 2 and 3 and 4 and 5-year-old friends in preschool with the words that they need to be able to express their emotions and reach out for help to those adults that are caring for them, that is going to help them gain a sense of power over their behavior. And the more we read stories that are emotion-filled, the more conversations we can get started about those really important social emotional issues that kids need help with.
You can certainly see how with kids especially who have such vivid imaginations, how those imaginations can be sparked by a story about a character that they start caring about on page 1. And by the time you're done, they are totally into it. And when you're finished, you can have an almost adult conversation with them about the emotions that that character went through.
And we also use books as a coping mechanism as well. So if a child just needs to calm down, we can tell them, go get your favorite book, and the teacher sit alongside and read the books with them. You just really see the child go from angry and then to calm. And it's like magic. It really is. I couldn't see our school without books and without our Ready Readers either.
The things you remember most in life are things that are either very good or things that you get emotional about, where there's an emotion connected to it. Then when they file that at the end of the day in their emotional drawer, their intellectual drawer, they file, how did today go, that it's paired, that I had fun today during story time. I had fun today when we were reading our book.
When we make reading fun for kids, when they understand the joy that comes from a story, from reading, from exploring a new world, that's something they will carry for the rest of their lives. We know that if we can make reading fun for kids when they're going into kindergarten, that they are more likely to be reading at grade level when they get to 3rd grade. If kids are reading at grade level when they get to 3rd grade, they are far more likely to graduate from high school, to get a better job, to have higher rates of employment, a whole bunch of factors that lead to better outcomes in life for them. We know that if we can make reading fun for kids in kindergarten, their life outcomes are better. And we can help break the cycle of poverty through that simple step. So that's why if we can focus when they're 3, 4, and 5 years old on making reading fun, on helping them connect with their emotions when they read, it has life-changing consequences.